3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome to our virtual tasting. I'm Olivia Chen. I'm a tea master at Cheshire Green Tea Company. We are a long-standing tea company started in 1981 in the heart of Chinatown in Vancouver, BC. So what are we here to do today? We're going to be doing a tasting of one of our tea collection. Now, since 81, starting from my father, of course, going back to our history. What we do is we deal with farmers directly, and we source the best tea that we can find annually and bring in with tea wares that to expand your tea horizon and experience. And what we are doing today is tasting one of our latest tea collection called Tour of China. A lot of people ask me, why did you do a collection called Tour of China? Many reasons. One of the major reasons, 2020, I never got to go back to China to do my buying trip. And when I do my buying trip, several provinces that I would go and visit all the farmers and to say hello. I stay with them as almost like going home to your friends and almost like relatives, very close to them. So this year I never got to go there, and so I picked 4 provinces that I would for sure go. Guangdong, Yunnan, Fujian, and Zhejiang province. Guangdong province is the province that I always end up finishing my buying trip with because I'm Cantonese, and so that's where my language can be put in great use. Okay, so let's get started here.
This is what it looks like. For everybody that's wondering what the tour of China looks like.
Right, so we completely sold out on this tea collection. That's why I don't have the box here to show you anymore. So if you look in the screen, that's how it looks like.
It's a beautiful one. As you guys see, there's some string, there's some beautiful rope attached to it. So it's actually like you can carry this package around, which is really cool. Now let's quickly switch back to our faces.
Yeah, okay, so inside each box you will find they are all individually packaged. This one is meant to be all traditional brewing, and so I packaged them in all single pack, so 1 pack per brew. Each brew, of course, you can do multiple infusion. I've selected 2 teas today to taste. One of them is called the Westlake Jing. Westlake Jing is a green tea from Zhejiang province. So very green, very famous green tea in China. One of the tea that are they used to serve the emperor. So some people call it the emperor's green tea as well. The next one that we're gonna taste is the Honey Orchid from Guangdong province. One of my favorite tea and the best-selling tea here in Cheshire Green as well. So what you can expect, how they taste, we will go through that in a little bit. And choice of tools, get your water ready. You use your gaiwan or glassware for. I'm gonna do the Westlake first. So Westlake is a green tea, so we require lower temperature. My recommended temperature for the green tea, this one is about 70 Celsius. So we don't want too hot of water. Now, you can tell from the look of the Longjing green tea is that it's flat and it's long, so you don't need a lot of temperature to release the flavor. That's why you want to keep it low. All right, and let's get started. My choice of tools today is glassware. In many few of other virtual tasting, I've used a glass gaiwan, so I'm gonna switch it around. I'm gonna use a glass teapot. So this little guy here is very friendly to use.
Awesome. Well, as you guys are getting your tools ready, I thought I'd take this chance to introduce myself.
Oh,
my name is. That's okay. That's okay. My name's Chris, and I'm her son, and I'm also the tech guy. So today I'm primarily here to taste amazing tea, of course, and also making sure that you guys are getting a good look at the tea. So if at any point you feel like you want a closer look, let me know, and I can switch the camera angles. And of course, as you guys are asking questions, I'll be able to see as well. Hello, Brigitte. How are you doing? Awesome.
Okay, let's get started. Your tools. Chris is my guest today, so firstly, what we want to do, as always, you want to warm up our pot. So try to use 150 ml if you have that ready.
And please correct me. Good afternoon to you as well, Ruja. Ruja, and please correct me if I have that incorrect. And Danny says 70 Fahrenheit.
Yes,
I think he was trying to beat us to it, so he's trying to.
Fahrenheit, yes.
Danny's trying to flex his tea master skills.
He is correct.
Tea master skills.
Okay. Now, once you rinse your tool, your teapot or gaiwan that you're using is warm, then now you can dispense the tea leaf in. Your portion will be the package, okay?
And for anybody that's just tuning in right now, we are tasting the tour of China. Very exciting. This set was inspired by her trips in China, so they're all hand-picked and lots of memories and moments involved.
Now, just to tell you a little trick, if your water happens to be a little on the warmer side, what you can do is actually take your kettle and then dispense it into another vessel. I'm using a fair cup, but whatever you have handy at home, that would actually bring the water down a little bit as well.
I'm actually going to move this microphone out of the way as it's very strategically placed right in front of your water, so it's a little bit more difficult to see.
Okay.
Yes.
So I want it to actually cool down a little bit more. I see a lot of steam, so I'm sitting at roughly about 75 right now. So it's a little bit cooler would be great.
I just want to get a closer look at the steam. I'm going to bring this over for you as well. Look at that steam. Thank you. Pardon me. Thank you.
Okay, so almost there. All right. Now, do we do a rinse for long Jing? A lot of people ask. Yes, I would like to. I often like to do a little rinse. You don't have to steep it for too long. The rinse is actually just to wake up the tea leaf, to rinse out any impurity. When I say impurity, merely just because those all pan fry, hand handle tea. So it's nice to give it a little rinse. So here it is. So you don't need a lot of water. You just want enough to cover. That's all you really need. And then it comes out. Now, once you rinse it, if you're at home, you can now give it a little smell. It should have a beautiful nuttiness to it. So I'm gonna let Chris do a quick and then
ready. Wow. That's very nice. It's very grassy because we were tasting black tea earlier. I feel like this has a much more of a grassy feel.
Right, because it's a very long Jing. I was up in the farm for many times, and I have tasted the most freshest pick ever. Is from watching the tea pickers picking the leaf all the way from finishing. It's 20 minutes. It's that quick, so it can be very, very grassy tasting as well.
I would explain it. And Kay, I thank you so much for appreciating the closer look of the steam. I made my hand's not quite as delicate with my tea mastery skills, but I tried my best. Thank you. Thank you.
Now we're ready to make our tea. Now this is one way of tasting it. Many people in Zhejiang province, how they taste their tea is actually they leave it steeping in the glass tall cup. Tall glass is because they call it a tea dance. So why is it tea dance? Because they leave it flat and straight. So when it's in water, you can see it. Actually, you can see a little bit here. It doesn't show up as much because I don't have a lot of water there. So it stands in. This is called vertical?
Yes,
vertical position.
You can put it lower so they can see, yes. There you go.
So they call it, particularly if you are brewing it on a tall glass, then you'll be able to see that the tea are dancing.
Now, is rinsing needed or suggested for all Chinese tea?
One of the reason we rinse is to wake up the tea leaves. Remember, we're doing short infusion and we do multiple. So that means short infusion, you want to at least have a fair amount of flavor in it. So rinsing it will open it up a little bit. Okay.
Thanks for the great question.
Yeah. Okay, so we're ready to taste the tea. So again, we want to warm up our cups.
Thank you.
Thank you. So you can pour it out onto here if you want.
Here, I'm gonna do a close-up of my pouring skills. Everybody, check this out. Beautiful pour, some would say.
Okay, now it's a pale green. Now you notice something. Actually, if you are more experienced in drinking a lot of different green tea from Fujian province tend to be a little bit more amber. And from different provinces like Jiangsu, Zhejiang province, the tea would be a little bit more towards green. It's just a different way of how they different craftsmanship. All right. Welcome again, everyone. Let's have cheers, yum cha.
Cheers, yum cha. First infusion of the Westlake Cong.
First infusion. Okay, so for the first time of doing this virtual tasting, when you sip into tea, we do 3 different sips in 1 cup. First sip, you want to bring the cup to your face, give it a little smell, and then you take the first sip. Wow.
Wow, that's really
nice, nutty, sweet. It's almost like chestnutty, very nice. And then the second sip is the texture of the tea.
I already did my 3rd sip. It's just that good.
And as a texture, and the final sip when you finish the cup is actually you're looking for what is coming back to your palate. The sweetness, whatever it is a very personal thing. So, but this one should bring you a little bit of sweetness.
It's nice, huh? Are you guys enjoying the background pianos? Let me know if you guys if it's helping set the mood.
Okay. Feel free to send us comments. Is it comments that? What do you call those?
Yeah. It's comments or
what you have tasted. What
Yes.
sort of flavor you're picking up.
Yes.
Okay.
No chirping though. Don't chirp us.
Now it's actually already, I feel the lingering of nutty note. Okay, now my water, I did not keep my water at the same temperature. I'm letting it cool down because green tea, you want it, it's very delicate, particular long Jing. So you can let your water to cool down as you are waiting for the second brew. You do not need to reheat your water.
Now, what are some things we look for in high quality tea leaves, maybe perhaps in comparison to the lesser quality leaves?
Now, for pertaining to green tea, we're talking about the best. Now, high quality, there's different things that we look for. Number 1 is the quantity and the workmanship of it. So when the beginning of the harvest, and that's called pre-Ming Chen tea. Pre-Ming Chen tea, basically based on lunar calendar, is roughly about end of March. That's the Ming Chen festival, and 10 days before that, the tea leaf that are picked at that time, those are the most precious. They carry moisture, but they are the little buds that comes up. It has sweetness, tea leaf that you can actually chew, and it should not carry bitterness. So you can actually eat the tea leaves. And they're very limited quantity because with that 10-day span, given that the weather's good, they can pick. If the some years we have really harsh weather, like it frosts up all the buds and there isn't much tea leaf to be harvested in those seasons. It would be very unfortunate. Okay, second brew. Now, Longjing, because tea leaf are flat and straight, and So it will not give you too many numbers of brews. So that is another reason why in Zhejiang province people leave it in their cup. And how do they do it? They just dispense the tea leaf in their cup, tall glass, and then they fill it up to a lower temperature. They roughly use about 50 to 65 Fahrenheit, depending how strong they like it. And they will keep replenishing water to it. When it gets to about an inch from the bottom, they will add water again. That's how they sip on tea through the day. And then as they drink the tea, they also will chew on the leaf to add the flavor to their tea. That's how they drink it there. Okay, second infusion. You can see very obviously that the color is stronger. I'll show you the fair cup in a little bit too. For some of you who have been in here, that you probably noticed that I don't use this teapot very much, but actually is actually quite friendly. I personally love Gaiwan. Okay, here we go. You see the greenish color is a little bit deeper. It won't go dark green or even too much darker than this. Yeah? Okay. Chris, you drink this tea quite a bit at home, do you?
No, actually.
Oh.
Because I've been recently I've been exploring more in the heicha and black tea and pu-erh. But Brigitte drinks this one a lot. Yeah, she's a big fan.
Okay.
I like it. It's really nice.
Tea etiquette.
Yeah, thank you.
Yum cha.
Yum cha. Cheers, everybody at home. Thanks for
Cheers.
joining us today. No, because I mean I'm used to the heavier body or fuller body teas. So like as the second infusion starts to just
This is
get a bit
really, the texture is very consistent in the first and second sip.
yeah.
Oh, second, very consistent, I mean.
It's nice. That's very nice.
Do you pick up any sweetness at the end?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, there's more. Should be a little even more aftertaste in the third one. Is that the style?
Aftertaste for the first one?
No, in the next one. We look forward to more aftertaste.
Yes. Now that's all controllable. Depends how you like it. If you say, I don't like so much of aftertaste, hey, that's achievable. What you want to do is either use lower temperature water, or you can do a faster steep. I would suggest lower temperature myself, because when you do a too quick of a steep, what happens is that you're losing the flavor as well. So lower temperature is more ideal if you do not enjoy too much of aftertaste. So I'm gonna pour this in here so we can taste just the third infusion, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
How's everyone doing? Everyone brewing their tea at home? And what? In the glassware, in the tall cup. Here we go.
Beautiful.
Right. All right. Now I'm gonna actually stay with about 20 to 25 seconds here. There we go. So the color is slightly, the color is actually, you see, I decrease. My water temperature is lower and also decrease my steeping time. Now it's returning to a little bit more pale green. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is this: your steeping method can really change the flavor. and so that play around with it and see what suits your palate. And someday you just want a lot of aftertaste. That all changes.
Sometimes.
Yum-cha.
Cheers.
Cheers. The nutty note decreased a little bit, but it's very smooth because my water temperature is lower.
Right. It's very, very smooth. I don't have any of the tea featured in the video, so I'm brewing my own tea at home, learning as I go.
Lovely.
Now, a lot of these skills is pretty universal with a lot of the tea, right?
A lot of time is being able to observe the shape of the tea leaf will tell you the temperature and how fermented or oxidized they are, and also will give you indication how to brew it. Remember, keep trying. The best thing is you can always underbrew. I keep saying that you can underbrew a tea and add time in the next infusion rather than pushing it too hard, open up the leaves too much, and then you lose the experience in between it.
Progression.
Exactly.
Progression of the infusion.
All right, like I said, the Long Jing, 2 ways you can brew it: in a tall glass or in a glassware like that, and do each infusion. I hope you guys are enjoying that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start preparing our next tea, okay? So go and grab whatever you need to prepare your next one. Can I get a rinse for this guy, please? And this guy. Oh, I also need some hot water. Okay, now the next one is gonna be a lot more bold and forward. Is our honey orchid danchong. So this is a oolong tea from Guangdong province. Now Guangdong is Guangdong in the area called Chaozhou. It's a very serious tea drinker. There's one saying that they actually will palm their house to buy good tea because what they serve their friend represent who they are and their status. So they are serious about their tea, and I love their tea because one of the major character that they have with danchongs, a lot of fruitiness. It's got like almost like a floral with I describe it as like, I don't know if you ever taste ripe August peach. It's just that beautiful, refreshing, sweet, and fruity note that it provides. So, that's tea that we're gonna taste together.
Wow, this is so cute. You guys have to see this. That's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
So I am gonna use one of my favorite gaiwan.
Oh my god, this is the size of my hand. It's tiny.
Yes, this one is perfect for 2 cups.
That is adorable. That's like, how adorable is that? What's going on
now?
Here?
So in another video that we produced we talk about is gaiwan shapes. When we're first having your gaiwan, something like a bowl shape is very versatile. But since we have all the tools here, I'm choosing the one that's this shape. Now this shape is called ma ti jiao, horseshoe shape. And this shape is particularly good for tea that are aromatic. So it brings up the aroma upward. And for tea leaf shape that are long and slim like this. And that's why my choice today is this gaiwan. You can get a little perspective how tiny this is. This is a regular fair cup. Okay. Let's just give a couple little rinse. Now, if you're using 150 ml gaiwan at home, 10 seconds, that's my recommendation. 10 seconds is very quick, yes, because you want to enjoy the multi-layers of this tea provides, okay? So let's give a rinse of our tool. Okay, so you can just, that packet was perfect for 150 ml. So you can just open up that packet that you have in your gift collection. You have to use the tongs because my gaiwan's very tiny. Oh, I like that piano tone in the background.
Very peaceful.
Yes.
It's New York jazz theme.
Okay. Here we are. Now, I have my water sitting at 85. Okay, let's do a rinse as we always do. Now this one you want it to be able to cover it, okay? All the leaves to cover it. I'll let you smell.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wow. That's nice.
And what do you pick up? Just rinse so you can.
That was actually like a lot. I would say that was like quite a. I wasn't expecting such a strong smell. Really, like it's got a lot of aroma.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's powerful. This one is dominant.
Yeah.
It comes out orchid. Like I said, the ripe peach. It's got sweet notes.
Yeah. Comes in like a wrecking ball.
Again,
Definitely, I would say some honey. Like I can really.
yes, yeah, that sweet honey note.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay.
Wow, that was strong. Love it. Quite an experience.
Okay, now we're ready. Let's go.
Oh, that's so adorable. You guys need to see this. Look how cute this is. I'll have to rinse mine.
Okay. Now in Chaozhou, people love this tea. There's several different ways they drink it. Some people look for very super intense aftertaste. It's because it's very hot there. The astringent aftertaste actually coats your palate, stimulates your palate. And then your saliva actually secrete quite a bit, and that's how they keep hydrated. So this tea, we are drinking in a very delicate, soft way. But if in the event you wanted to make it very bold, very to stimulate your gland quite a bit, that what you do is you can add more hot water, like hotter temperature water, or a technique of crushing the leaves a little bit and put it in the center to create that intense full body and aftertaste. Okay, now because it's a super aromatic tea, let's just do one method of sipping it. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Is try this is just think of it like this. You want to inhale, sip, swallow, and then exhale through your nose only, because you want that aroma to linger in your senses, and that's what we want to do. Inhale, sip, swallow, and then exhale. Let's try it.
Ready?
Yum cha.
Yum cha.
Inhale, swallow, exhale.
Wow, that's very nice. It like comes through. Quite hard to keep up with the tea names. Is it Honey Orchid Danchong?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Bingo,
And it's spelled
bingo.
D-A-N-C-H-O-I-O-N-G. Is it Danchong?
D-A-N-C-H-O-N-G. Correct.
Yes. Nailed it. Nailed it, Ruja. You nailed it.
C-O-N-G. Sorry, this is C-H? No, C-O-N-G. Sorry.
Haha.
Not Chong. Chong. It's
Well,
not Chong.
We
Thank you.
both got corrected
Good
because
one.
I actually wrote in the description the way that you wrote it. So thank you. We're all learning together.
That's great because I can't even see any of the words.
Cheers.
Ruja says, spelling bee.
Okay, how are we doing? Are you tasting that tea right now?
It's this.
Tell me what you taste.
This one's really good.
Tell me what you're tasting. Tell me what you pick up. Okay. I haven't reheated my water at all, so I'm gonna bring the temperature up a little bit because I wanted Chris to taste a lot more aftertaste. This is our last tea for the day for the virtual tasting, so I want that lingering taste and flavor in his palate for a little bit.
Forever. Ooh.
Welcome to Treasure Room. Okay. Now second infusion. Again, my water is a lot more steam. I'm keeping now. This is sitting at 85 again.
Now I know, earlier in the video, you were talking about why you created this gift collection because of your travels, and it makes your travels often make you feel like very at home because a lot of them are your friends. But specifically, why this tea did you pick to be in this collection?
Well, number one, because it's a very delicious tea. This tea was first introduced to me, and that kind of gave me that wow factor when I tasted. And this tea, the farmer has specifically roasted twice, so for it to age. So I'm each year I see the transformation of this tea, and it progressively became more actually sweeter, the acidity came down, and it just became really mellow. And also it's because Danchong really represent Guangdong province. Yeah, one of the major tea that they produce there is Danchong.
Let's go Guangdong province.
Yes.
Repping.
Cantonese. Okay.
Actually, you can speak both.
I can speak both, but mother tongue is the one that you get just very comfortable with, right?
Yeah.
Okay, second infusion, I elevated the water temperature and I also steeped it slightly longer just because I want Chris to experience that intensiveness of this tea.
Thank you.
Okay, so you can see, I'm using this so you cannot see the tea color. Maybe Chris can show you in his white cup of the color of the tea.
This is porcelain. Look at this. And I would say, honestly, it's the color is a little bit more saturated in person. So imagine, just we'll exercise our imagination and add about 20% saturation to it.
Okay.
All right, so same technique.
Yes. Now this one's stronger. So if you let's do this. If you also happen to be brewing a little stronger brew, let's just try to sip it just as is, and try to very politely slurp it a bit too, and see what you taste in differences. Wow, that lychee-like fruit is really coming out.
That's a lot of lychee, yeah. You can feel it. That's nice. So the slurping, it almost just engulfs the tongue and the tea
yes,
and
now,
the top palate.
Yeah, you don't want to do very super gentle though. I just want to experience different way of how can we enjoy the tea. It's not a high mineral content tea, so it's not meant to go super ham with Slurping.
Going ham.
So it's meant to just very light, gentle. Just that's how we experience the texture of the tea as well in different sipping methods.
Going super ham in this slurping is hilarious.
You know, I've been hanging out with this guy, eh?
going ham in slurping. That's so funny.
Is that how you say it?
Yes, yeah, it's going ham.
Lovely. Okay, we have to do one more brew because now sometimes when you're tasting a tea, like even for me, each year when there's a new tea comes in, I learn how to brew it again. And that's why some people say, hey, your brewing instruction on your website sometimes not same as what you provide on label. Yes, one is general brewing instruction and the other is really pinpoint on this tea that you got in this season. And that's why it can changes a little bit sometimes, okay? Now I'm bringing the water to a hotter temperature. I'm excited. I want to try this in the very Super Bowl version of it because I like that lingering note, particularly when I'm finishing a tasting. So I'm bringing it to 95. I'm just testing. It's fun to test different temperature and see what it provides you. Yeah?
Yes, very fun.
Okay.
Super Bowl.
Look at the temperature of this guy here.
Okay, the temperature.
Okay, so this is sitting 95. Okay, but I don't want to be heating the tea leaf directly. I'm going to pour it on the side because I don't want it to, some part of it just open up too much on its own. So what I'm doing, I'm going to bring this closer to the camera here so you can see what I mean by I'm just pouring it on the side like that because I wanted to gentle pouring it, but the water is hot.
Circular motion pour.
Okay, this is just a testing. Have fun with it. That's what we do. Tea, besides connecting people, it also, you can have fun. You just say, hey, do you taste this aftertaste? This really opens up the leaves a lot more so you can taste the core and what it provides when it really opens up. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready to go.
1, 2, 3.
It's a lot of fun actually as we're doing this. The store's still fully operational, so there's actually people drinking tea.
Right.
In
So
the
you will
background
see
as
me
well.
randomly smiling at different corners. Okay, so the leaf is opening up a bit more, but it's not completely open up. Oh.
Oh, there goes the leaf.
So that means when you see leaves that are like that, that means you can continue to steep it.
We got a thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up.
Thank you.
Thumbs up back to you.
Okay.
Now this is the third infusion.
I wasn't
Yes,
counting.
it's the third. It's the third infusion, everybody. Hey.
There you go. Cheers.
Cheers. Yum cha.
Yum cha.
Yum cha, yum cha. All right.
Right off the back, strong, fuller flavor, but it's not losing its honey orchid.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful.
But now, I think I'm tasting a little bit tannin releasing, which is normal. Now, the tannin releasing, it will feel dry, a little bit drier, which is fine because that will translate into a type of stimulation to your saliva gland.
Yeah.
And what happens if you will find actually then your saliva kind of secrete a little bit more to keep you hydrated.
Yeah, it is. That does happen. I've always wondered. I didn't know that was why.
Yeah.
But it does, like right after there's like this dryness on the top of the tongue. Very interesting.
Yeah, and that's how it works. Now, astringent and bitterness are two different sensation and taste. So this is called astringent. Astringent is a way that it actually stimulates and make you more hydrated. Bitterness is somewhat classified as a more unpleasant taste.
It just says not the same. I'm not having the same tea, but I'm also having some oolong at the moment.
Yay! Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. I'm actually out of tea. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You get
Just
3 drops.
last drop. Cheers to you.
Okay, guys, so in the collection from Fujian province, there's a Yinhao jasmine. That one is quite representative of Fujian. Fujian produce one of the best jasmine tea there. It's tippy. That jasmine tea, you see no flowers because traditionally a good jasmine tea do not carry flowers. Flowers are only used during scenting period. Once that's done, they remove all the flowers, so you actually get all the leaves and some silver needle from the jasmine plant. So that one's very round finish, very aromatic. And 2 more teas is from Fujian province. I mean from Yunnan province. You get a varieties of both cooked and raw pu-erh. Follow the instruction, enjoy all the tea in this collection. If in any question, we are here to answer them. Send us messages and comments. We would love to hear from you. Thank you again today, and don't forget we have one more tasting coming up, and that's next Saturday at 11 a.m. and that would be our Wu Yi Cliff experience. We'll be talking about Wu Yi Mountain from Fujian province, one of my beloved tea, and we'll go in a little bit more about that next Saturday. Join us then. We'll see you soon. Take care.
And Kay says this was fun. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kay.
Thank you.
Catch you guys soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.